All right, Geek Nation, today we are back to work on the little boat. You can see I got a couple of packages sitting there. I'm going to show you what those are right now. And as you can tell, we're going to be talking about power. So we're going to be wiring our power in for our trolling motor, for our depth finder, and a couple other things that are going to be on the boat. All right, guys, so one of the things you can see that I didn't show you is I actually put a mat in the bottom of this boat. Now this mat I actually got from Tractor Supply. So here's what I got. These are the Minn Kota, I don't remember what they're called, power center. You connect the battery inside, and I'll show you that in just a second. And you can easily just connect everything else outside. Comes with a 10 amp breaker on either side. It's kind of got the little connectors. You can put a lighter in, USB, phone charger, cameras. You know, that's a big deal for me. Now here, you've got what the trolling motor is going to plug into, and you can see that plug right there. We're going to put the trolling motor on the front. I did get two of those. You know, it's always good to have a spare. Now, we are going to put a depth finder on this. I'm not going to tell you exactly which one yet, but we'll show you all that in just a little bit. Now, one thing about these that you want to make sure that you don't lift them by the handle. This strap, this clip is not strong enough. There are handles on the side. You know, I guess they just put this on there to keep it locked down. Here's what the inside looks like. It's real simple. I've got to get some bolts for these. We're going to go talk to my dad about that. So we'll go ahead and get this connected up. But to get this connected, we're going to have to go to Advanced Auto, get an inline fuse, and there is a battery in this one too. So that's going to be the journey for today. We're going to run the wiring. I'll show you this right through here. See that little divot? So we're going to run the wiring. We're going to put the batteries in the back because 90% of the time I'm going to be setting up here with the trolling motor and with the graph wherever we put it here. All right, let's go talk to Dad and get some bolts. All right, guys, this is my dad. Say hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
He is the keeper of the nuts and bolts down here. Now, he's probably the keeper of the nuts with me and the rest of his kids and all my kids, and you know, he keeps all the nuts together, trust me. If it wasn't for him and Mom, it's hard telling what the hell this family would be like. But anyway, he's a retired diesel mechanic, retired truck driver, whatever. He's done it.
It's whatever you want to call me.
Exactly. And, you know, love my dad. He always keeps me in line, and he's always got those spare nuts and bolts when I need them. All right, let's go work on this thing. All right, you guys done met my dad. This is my mom. She's kind of like Dad too. She's retired. She's done a little bit of everything in her lifetime. A lot of in-home health stuff. But like I said, she is the, I think it's the monarch of the, is that right? You're the monarch of the family? Is that right? Anyway, I don't know how all that stuff goes, but I think she's the monarch of the family. They're out here, you know.
Be on the porch, Dave.
Building a porch, old as the hills, out here in the hot sun and all the humidity. I know I'm a bad son. I'm working on my boat.
Okay.
But anyway, she's the one that holds the family together and keeps everybody centered, and she don't mind to grab you by the ear and throw you around the house either. I've had it done more than once. I love you, Mom. All right, y'all be good. Or no, yeah, y'all just hang in there. We're going to go fix the boat. So what are we doing, man? This truck is hot. It is hot out today. It is humid. So what are we doing? All right, we've got to go to O'Reilly's or Advance, whichever one's got the part. We've got to get an inline fuse for our depth finder, and we've also got to get, I don't know what else to call them. They're nipples. I mean, for the batteries so that they'll connect correctly without having to change the ends out actually in the boxes. So I'm gonna get some nipples, and I hope I'm not gonna get demonetized for saying nipples. I like that word. Everybody say it together. 1, 2, 3, nipples. All right, guys, so here we are at O'Reilly's. We're gonna get those nipples that I was talking about for the boat. I don't know if they like filming in here, so I'm gonna put the camera down. All right, guys, we got what we need. Now we're back to the house again. O'Reilly's, man, they always hook me up. Got everything I need. Let's go get this done. All right, so I stopped by the Burger King, got me some burgers, got me a big double whopper. I know I shouldn't eat that crap, but hey, too late, I'm already fat, so it is what it is, right? Might get in shape one of these days. Do want to tell you guys, you know, we are working on the house. Shoot, got me a large Coke, dude. Gosh, man, I am going through all kinds of red tape. They've got my house labeled as a flood zone, and I mean, it's obvious that FEMA's not based this on any topological data, because they would know that it would have to come the next Noah's Ark style flood to get to my house. I mean, it would literally wipe out every town in, you know, southwestern Virginia for my house, for it to get to the, we'll just say the foundation of my house. So I'm having to go through all kinds of red tape. Don't know what this is going to mean for next year. Could be a very big possibility that it runs into and prevents me from fishing tournaments again another year. And that sucks, because I'm dying to go fish as a boater in the BFLs right now. I mean, I'm dying to go do it. But, you know, we'll have to see. And that's kind of why I was, you know, introducing you to my family. You know, my wife spent 25 years with me, guys. I owe her a house. You know, I owe her something nice. Trust me, if you had to put up with me for 25 years, I'd owe all of you guys a house. So, so, you know, family's always going to come first. Love you guys. We're, you know, you're as good as family to me, but, you know, happy wife, happy life, if you know what I mean. And I truly love my wife more than anything on God's green earth. So, gotta keep my sweetheart happy. Anyway, hope you guys understand all that and are patient with me and the whole tournament situation. All right, we are back at the house, and as you can see, we've got all the tools that we need to get started. So we're going to go ahead and actually connect these up. We're going to see if they work. We're going to test the tester out on it. That's one of the things that I really like. I'll show you. It's right here. You can actually test this. It's going to tell you how much actual power you have in each battery. So let's get started on connecting all this stuff up and see if it all works. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and push this little screw, this bolt through. I'm going to get me a washer, put it on that side. I'm going to connect my battery cable to it. So now we've got the power cables connected correctly. I don't know if you can see that. One little green light right there shining. So we're just above the halfway mark. But you can see when we push the test button how they all light up. But you can see that one is shining. So we are just halfway. So we got battery 1 in there. Let's go ahead and set it down. And we'll get battery 2 connected. Basically, what you do is you put these on the nipple. Let's see. Half half inch. And you pretty much screw them down tight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them both kind of this way, this direction, and slide the battery forward, and then we can just, I'll give you a little closer view of the second one. So again, I'm going to set it down on it right here. May have to pry them apart a little bit. And then all you have to do is snug it up. There we go. Good and tight. Now you just got your wing nuts. And of course, here's your negative. There's your positive. Make sure you're putting them on there correctly. We'll just hang it over the side. And of course, you're going to want to get them snugged up also. All right, again, I'll show you. We'll do the test. So we see all the lights lighting up. And you can see the one green, it's just over halfway. These things have been off the charger for a while, and the great thing about this is you can just hook the charger up to the outside terminals right here, or you just pop this lid off and hook them up and charge these batteries right up. So now it's time to open our power cable for our depth finder and run it. We're going to run it underneath this. So we're going to get these out of the way. These guys are going to sit right back here in the back of the boat. So let's get them out. I'll show you what we're going to do to finish it up in just a minute. So for whatever reason, my daggone camera cut off while I was showing you how to do this. But here we go. We've got this side. Now we are going maybe to connect, if I can find the other end. There it is. We're going to connect the power to this side. I am out of the marine shrink wrap that will fit this. So normally I like to put the marine shrink wrap because it seals it up, keeps weather from getting in there. But I do have some liquid black tape. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that on the box, but I'm going to go ahead and get the negative done. And the good thing is the marine shrink wrap will slide up over these, but when I order some more, I should be able to clean it off, slide it right over top of those connections. So again, just gonna clean this off. Just get that, there we go. Twist it around a little bit. Make sure it fits up in there snug. There we go. We'll put the other side in. And we'll do the same thing. We're going to make sure that is in there nice and snug. We'll crimp them together. And what I'm really going to focus on is just filling these gaps in here. Making sure, we'll go ahead and cover the whole thing up, put a little on the ends. But primarily, we're going to fill it in inside those connectors. Just put a little bit of liquid black tape on there. And then we'll lay it out here. So it doesn't touch the box, and we'll let that dry. For good measure, I'm going to go ahead and tape this up too. really more so to make the connection stronger than anything about keeping them together, so that when we're pulling it around, we don't pull them apart. Now, time to zip tie. So where we're going to put the inline fuse is going to be right here. And all we're going to do is make a cut right there. So again, we'll go ahead we'll strip our wire. And here's our inline fuse. Guys, one of the things that I'm going to tell you is that I like the marine, so it's protected from the water. We're going to put a 4 amp in here. Go ahead and cover that up. There we go, nice and tight. We're going to crimp that side down. We're going to crimp that side down. So now we've got our fuse in line. We'll crimp that. We'll get our good old liquid black tape out. So we've got the wiring done. You can see this is pretty much how I'm going to run my power. I'm going to have both of those back there. That will actually help, you know, if a battery dies or if a battery's going dead, I've got two. Now what I'm probably going to do is run my cameras off one and the trolling motor off the other, and if one's going dead, I can swap out to the trolling motor. Here we have the power. You can see how I run it to the unit. Now, I'm not sure where I'm going to mount that yet. That's all to come. Like I said, my trolling motor is going to go right up here. This is going to be the plug for it, so I'll show you guys that later. And we're going to do a whole thing on mounting the trolling motor, turning the head around so that, you know, it's a pull instead of a push. I'll show you the trolling motor and we'll actually plug it up and make sure everything works. But just to give you a closer look, basically this is what we got. And what I'll do later on is I'll clean this up just a little bit. You can see my inline, but I'll just clean that up and zip tie that right there. We got the power to the trolling motor. We got the power to the unit. We'll have the power for charging batteries, and of course for the camera itself that we're going to take along with us. So that's why I wanted two batteries. I felt like we needed two batteries to get the job done. So of course I forgot to do the outro. Hey, if there's anything you can think of that I should add to this boat, let me know. I'd like to hear your opinions. I know this was just wiring, but we're going to get to the good stuff in the next 2 or 3 videos, and then we're going to get this little thing out on the water. Appreciate you guys being patient with me. I know I've not got to do a lot of fishing. Hopefully getting this boat done is going to allow me to do a little bit of fishing on some smaller lakes a little closer to me, so maybe more fishing, even though I'm still working 70 and 80 hour work weeks. It's been a blast, let me tell you. No. Anyway, like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell so you know when those notifications come out. And you guys rock.